Our snow days have been few this year, but when you've got your own snow machines, any day is a good day for tubing. Well, here we are at Gateway Spanish Fork, having the time of our life. This is so fun. And Erin,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
okay,
correct.
so you are one of the owners.
Yep,
Okay.
that's correct. Ryan and I own the company, and we have just been so grateful that you guys have allowed us to be here this season and to just be a part of bringing families together, especially for the holiday season. That's very important. So.
Was that your busiest time so far, the
Yes.
holidays?
It's always the busiest through probably like January 15th. Like that's just, everybody gets like from after Thanksgiving all the way through Christmas is just like the best time for people to come and enjoy. Lots of family traditions get made at Gateway.
Yes, yes. So I brought my kids during, I think it was December, and there wasn't not a lot of snow at the time. So how are you making the snow and catching up the season, I suppose?
Yeah, well, we had an extremely warm start to the season.
Yes.
And so we've had a wonderful crew staying up 24 hours a day and making snow. Ryan has a whole scientific method behind it. It has to have the right humidity and the right temperature. So there's two components that actually create the snow.
Wow.
And so the
Why
boys...
is that? Why does it need to be the right? Just
I'm not for sure.
good
like
sled?
Well, it's to actually create the snow through the machines has to have that perfect. It's called a wet bulb.
Okay.
And so the men will, like, they have been up staying like 24/7 for you guys and sleeping here and being able to make it. And sometimes the winds get a little strong, so they have to shut down and then they restart at like 4 a.m. 5 a.m. So they're definitely here to make it work for everybody.
so I had a question with the snow, a
Yeah.
follow-up question.
Yeah.
Where do you get the water to make the snow?
From the pond.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
So we have our own pumping system and tubes, and that all comes through and then runs through the snow guns. So it has to go through a whole cooling system to make it. And actually, the snow that we make is better than like real snow for tubing.
And then it melts and then it goes back into our pond.
Goes right back into the
Recirculate.
pond. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
So where did you move from and how did you
So-
decide to come here to Spanish Fork?
Well, we actually have our first park is in Eagle, Idaho, and we have a pond there too, which makes the snow. And every year we go back and create this magical experience for everybody. But we were ready to expand and take it to more people. So
So I bet you've met a lot of fabulous people.
yes.
A lot of cool stories. I would
Yeah.
love to hear, like, what are some of the coolest stories, or how far are people traveling to get to Spanish Fork to tube?
Well, actually, we've had people all the way from Ogden here, but my favorite stories are probably the people who generally cannot ski or tube or snowboard, just have more issues, just with walking or, like elderly people, grandparents with their grandkids. Like that to me are the most amazing stories because they can come here and they can get up with the carpets. It's not a far walk. It's not at a ski resort. And so they have this opportunity to like laugh and go down with their kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's true. You start out screaming and then you
Yeah.
start out giggling.
Yeah.
yeah.
Screaming, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. But then at the bottom, you have this awesome
Yeah.
ramp that brings you all the way up to the top.
Yeah,
Which,
and you're not even on the snow that long.
no,
which is why
I'm not
we
out of breath too much.
No, absolutely. Yeah, which is why we love it. And people who generally can't walk very well can still enjoy the sport and actually feel a part of everything with their kids.
It's such a fun way to connect from, I saw Natasha going down with her young kids, 9 and 12.
It was fun.
But then and they were just screaming and laughing together and so many smiles. And then
Yes.
Angela was running, all of them with her teenage sons and husband, running, landing on their bellies and
Flying.
just flying
Yeah.
and loving it. And just, it does just bring that family unity.
Joy and exhilaration.
New memories.
And togetherness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just some
Yeah.
natural joy.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's
Different
like
activities that bring you all
nostalgic
together.
fun. That's
It
like
is.
it's getting people out of the house with their families, laughing, and like the biggest thing is as they're going down the hill, they have that memory with their grandma or grandpa, watching them smile. Like it warms my heart.
Forever I'll be connected seeing Natasha's cute little legs flying in the air.
I love these. They're so fun.
So beautiful.
I need to get myself a pair.
We'll get you some.
And I'm sure so many people are recording themselves as they're going down
Yes.
and looking back at that
Oh
memory.
yes. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. They love it. Like people like write to us. They send gifts. I mean, it's like I just love that it does that for their family.
Yeah.
Like to me, we have twin daughters, and it's a lot because to get them off the electronics, get out here, do something. And we also provide a free whole lane of being able to learn for free to ski and snowboard. And to me, that's a lot because just being able to have that it's really for the mountain. It's called Gateway for Kids Foundation that we have, and it's for the mountain to get them up there, right? And so we want to make that a goal, is to keep that. Ryan was a professional snowboarder, so he wants to keep that vision alive and give it to the youth.
It was fun
So-
as you're coming off the run
Yeah.
and you're walking over to the magic carpet. I don't know what that's called.
Yes, it is the magic carpet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Good job.
I must have heard that somewhere. But just watching all the skiers and snowboarders.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that's all for free for
Yeah.
people to practice.
Absolutely.
Or
Yep.
they can sled.
Or
is it just skiing?
Yep, the sledding is what we have the tickets for, and that's what they pay for.
Okay.
But then if you want to come out with your family, with the kids, the skiing and snowboarding is free. You
That's
do have
so
to
awesome.
sign a waiver.
Okay.
But then, and we, even if we have enough staff here, we will help with like lessons and helping people learn.
That's
like the
so
other day,
awesome.
we just had 3 boys that were 16, and they've never been on a snowboard, and Ryan sat there and helped them all, and by the end, they're going down the top.
So they're getting instruction from a professional snowboarder.
Yes, when it's available. He's not always here,
Right.
but yes,
24/7.
when we can, yes.
I just love things like this that can bring the community together
Yeah.
of all different ages, just a different cultural experience.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you like putting kind of your necks out there to bring it to us here in Spanish Fork.
And we
right?
appreciate you guys like allowing us and giving us the opportunity to just, meet everybody and be here.
It's just minutes from anyone here in Spanish Fork, Salem area,
Yeah.
rather than going clear up to Soldier Hollow or
Yes.
Salt Lake areas.
Yes.
So it's just
really
handy.
Here, it's actually, and I think that the time frames that you set up are really like perfect times too.
Yes.
So they're 90-minute increments.
Yes,
is
that's
that right?
correct. Yep, hour and a half.
And I'm already thinking, because we have a birthday in February, which it's always difficult
Yes.
to try and find something to do in February.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, mom,
Here,
yep,
yes,
the mom brain.
Totally.
Oh,
Yep.
So what are the hours then? And,
well, we
and how
have-
long is this going to go for?
Usually we end probably the end of March. So usually like the second. I'm not 100% sure, but it's usually like the 3rd or 4th week that we'll probably shut up. I know we would like to be out of here by April 1st so we can allow the golfers to come back and really enjoy their season too, to start.
That's super
So,
kind.
yeah.
and what time in the day do you open? Are you open all day?
We are open 12:30 to 9 through the weekdays, and then on the weekends, on Saturday, it's 9 to 9.
Okay.
Sunday, we are open 12:30 to 5:30.
And do you prefer people to get online and reserve their times?
Yeah, either way, or they can call in. We have staff here always,
Oh, okay.
when we're open.
But it's probably not the best idea to just drive here and
no, we
show
have
up.
walk up all the time.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of things now since 2020.
Yeah.
You kind of have to pre-register, and there'll be like 10 tickets left.
During the holidays, it's a very smart idea to
Okay.
pre-book your times so
Okay.
that way you get the time you want. But we generally always welcome walk-ups. We love
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I think this
So-
is like the perfect date, the perfect night out. I mean, it's not even that cold.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And I
just
feel
love
like
the
I'm somewhere
ambiance.
special. Like I don't
Yes.
feel like I'm in Spanish Fork, but yet the convenience of like driving 5 minutes
Yeah.
away. So I'm just excited about it. We had a heyday going down together. So
Oh, look. They're shutting it down for us. They want us to get out of here.
They'll be getting it back on. But yeah, we actually have a Valentine's Day special too for couples coming up.
oh, tell us.
I'm not 100% sure. I believe it's like a buy one, get one half
Okay.
off.
So check it out online.
So check it out online. They'll
Okay.
be coming out with a flyer for that soon.
Thanks, Erin, for
Yeah.
taking the time to be here.
Thanks for having
Girls,
us.
it's so much fun. Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my gosh, that was
Wasn't it so
such a
fun?
night.
We had the best time, guys.
Listening to her scream the whole way down.
Well,
was
I
the
did
best.
too. Like honestly, like when we started, they're like, "Should we twist them?" And I was like, "No!"
I was so so afraid. I'm like, please don't spin, please don't spin.
And they
then
spun
my
us.
little legs.
And all I could see were your little boots sticking up out of the air.
Thanks, Angela Euler, for joining us and for filming us.
Oh, she was our
Yes.
little
Okay, and she
sky
was a
cam.
brave little girl with her family. She would just take off
her
running
belly?
and jumping.
Yes.
Right.
She wasn't.
She was
She's
an expert.
very adventurous.
And you
She
got to
is.
do it with council too, which
Yes.
is super fun.
And my
double.
family.
And
Yeah,
your
that was
family.
super fun.
You guys,
but it was fun to have you
that's
guys
a
come
hit.
up and
It was fun.
yeah.
Like, not even with my family. I had a great little time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like our little own date.
My family crashed.
Yes, they did.
So they
In
heard,
shorts?
Yes, in shorts. They had just pick up whatever they were doing and heard
All of a
that
sudden
someone was
was
off
fun.
doing something
Yep.
fun. So they
Well,
had to
it
come and
was
crash.
definitely worth going.
So fun.
And
Yep.
advise anyone to
Amazing.
go.
Yep.
We'll do
Producer
it again.
Pete, thanks for taking us. That was fun.
Had the best
you.
time.